Welcome back. Today I want to show you a practical way to get landscape footage ready for TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Reels. I'm also going to show you a much smarter way to avoid all that boring manual editing work by using a tool called Vizard. Stick around because this is the exact kind of workflow that saves hours when you are churning out content every single week. Here's the core problem. All these vertical first platforms strictly expect a 9:16 aspect ratio. If you have filmed something awesome on a horizontal camera or downloaded a clip, you absolutely need to convert it to portrait. You can do this the old school way in editors like CapCut, which I will walk you through quickly so you know how most people do it. But then, I'm going to show you how Vizard can do 80% of this heavy lifting for you automatically and much faster. Alright, it is demo time and I have got this cute parrots video that I want to turn into a TikTok ready clip. The first step in any basic editor is to import your footage, and the software will usually inherit the native resolution into the timeline. If you don't touch anything, nothing changes, which is totally fine if you shot vertical to begin with. However, for a landscape clip, you need to change the project canvas settings to 9:16. In CapCut, that is the format option, so just choose 9:16 and boom, your timeline becomes portrait. Now you will notice your wide video sits awkwardly inside that tall, narrow frame. You can resize and reposition the clip to make your main subject fit the frame properly. Play through the clip and check every single moment, especially if your subject moves around. For my parrots, the first half is centered, but mid-clip, one parrot drifts out of the frame. The trick most people use is to simply split the clip at the exact moment the subject starts moving. Now each of these segments can be repositioned independently without affecting the rest of the video. This is where traditional editors get really fiddly and time-consuming. If you scale out to include both birds, you end up with those ugly letterbox empty areas at the top and bottom. A simple, clean trick is to change the canvas background color instead of leaving those black bars. Go to your canvas settings and pick a color that matches your channel aesthetics. I personally like a soft sky blue for the parrots because it makes the background look intentional rather than empty. You can of course do more advanced things like keyframes to smoothly pan and follow your subject. Keyframes are powerful, but manually doing that for long videos is a major time sink. Okay, here's the part where Vizard makes life much nicer for creators. Imagine dropping your long video into Vizard and having it analyze the entire thing for you automatically. It automatically finds the most engaging moments and creates short, portrait-ready clips for you. It does auto-cropping and smart reframing so the subject stays in the center of the frame. If something drifts, it either crops differently or applies smooth motion rather than leaving you to manually keyframe. Tools like CapCut are awesome for free, fine-grain control, but they become frustrating when you have hours of footage. Vizard sits in the sweet spot by using AI to pick the viral bits and reframe them so you don't spend hours in the timeline. A few tips to reinforce: always preview every generated clip because AI can sometimes cut mid-word. Also, pick a consistent canvas or brand color to use as a background for all your vertical videos. If you want to go extra pro, use a specific hex color that is tied to your channel so every video gets that visual cue. Another huge time saver is scheduling, because publishing consistently matters more than one perfect edit. Vizard's auto schedule feature lets you set your posting frequency and then it lines everything up for you. You can tell it to post 2 clips a day at peak hours, and it will handle the queue without you needing to do it manually. Then there is the content calendar, which gives you a single place to view, rearrange, and publish all your clips. For creators pumping out content, this single view pays back hours of time compared to spreadsheets and folders. I don't want to paint traditional editors as useless because they are great for adding specific zooms or custom text animations. But for mass-producing vertical clips, Vizard handles the heavy lifting so you can focus on strategy and hooks. Here's the quick workflow I use. Import long footage into Vizard and let the AI analyze the content. Scan the auto-created clips, tweak any framing if needed, and apply a consistent brand background. Use the built-in scheduler to space your posts across the week so you never have to worry about missing a day. If you still prefer full manual control, the CapCut checklist is: convert to 9:16, split, scale, and color match. That works, but if you multiply that effort by 20 videos a week, you will be back to square one very quickly. When you zoom out to include more of the scene, be mindful of negative space so the composition reads well on a phone. Thumbnails matter, so always pick frames with clear facial expressions or strong action to grab attention. Always test on your own phone before posting, because a clip that looks fine on desktop might feel cramped on mobile. Wrap up. If you are just learning to post, start with the manual workflow to understand the mechanics of the edit. But if you want to scale and post consistently without losing your life to editing, try the automated route. Vizard takes the grunt work off your plate and schedules everything so you do not have to babysit your uploads. If you liked this walkthrough, hit that like button and subscribe for more bite-sized editing workflows. Drop a comment with what editor you use and let me know if you want a deep dive on scheduling next. I will see you in the next one, and good luck getting your content front and center on feeds everywhere.